Hello students, a very good morning to one and all. Welcome to the next lecture of Theory Online class series of subject Novel Drug Delivery System. I am Mrs. Aarti Majumdar, Associate Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutics, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Dear students, in our previous lecture, we have studied about what is microencapsulation. What are the various objectives of microencapsulation, along with what are various core materials and coating materials, and what are the criteria for the selection of core materials and coating materials. Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss about various microencapsulation processes and equipment. Dear student, in the conduction of microencapsulation, in the formulation of microcapsules, the equipment required range from complex machines, for example, versatile air suspension apparatus, to simple, commonly used laboratory equipment such as mechanical stirrer. After the formulation of microcapsules, which act as a bulk in the formulation of various types of dosage forms such as tablets, capsules, or sometimes films, various equipment such as blenders, V-blender, then granulators, homogenizers, kneaders, tablet punching machines, capsule filling machines may also require. Now, starting our discussion about various microencapsulation processes. There are various microencapsulation processes or technologies which are used. It depends upon the core, depends upon the physical state of the core, whether the core is liquid or it is solid. So, for solid core, basically two methods are used. Air suspension method, which is used for microencapsulating solid cores which are having size greater than 35 microns. Another method, pan coating method, is also used for microencapsulating solid cores, but the particle size of particles should be greater than 600 micron. In the previous lecture, I told you term microencapsulation is employed for the coating of core material having particle size range from several tenths of micron to 5000 micron. If the particle size is greater than 5000 microns, then it is called as macro coating. So these methods, they have a limit, lower limit of the particle. For example, in air suspension method, the lower limit of particle size is 35 micron, and it is used for the particles above 35 micron to 5000 microns. In pan coating material, solid core size ranges from 6000 micron to 5000 micron. Then there are certain other techniques which are utilized for microencapsulating both liquid core as well as solid core, depending upon the particle size of the core or liquid droplets. The methods which are used may be coiseration, phase separation method, in which particle size ranges from 2 micron to 5000 micron. Then another method is multi-orifice centrifugal film casting method, in which both liquid droplets and solid core can be encapsulated, of which particle size is greater than 1 micron. Another method is solvent evaporation method, which is again used for both liquid droplets or solid core microencapsulation, whose particle size is greater than that of 5 micrometer. Then other methods are spray drying and spray congealing method, which can be used for both liquid droplets and solid coating, microencapsulating, having particle size of approximately 600 micron. Okay, now let's discuss air suspension method in detail. Air suspension method it is also called as Worcester process because it was invented by Professor Dale E. Worcester. So this air suspension method is basically used for microencapsulation of solid core particles of having particle size greater than 35 micron. This air suspension method, it works on the principle of dispersing solid particulate core materials in supporting air stream and spray coating of air suspended particles. This is the diagram of Worcester, schematic diagram of Worcester air suspension apparatus. This is coating chamber. In this air suspension method, it is based on the principle of air suspension, suspending particles. These are all particles, core particles which are to be suspended. So in this method, these particles, core particles, they are suspended in the coating chamber with the help of upward moving air stream. This is the air flow and this is the air distribution plate. From this air, here the air is flowing in the upward direction. Because of this air flow, these core material remain in the fluidized state. They remain in suspended state in the air. Simultaneously, spray coating solution is sprayed with the help of this hydraulic nozzle in the center. These after coating with this spray coating solution, these particles moves upward from the center of this apparatus, and as the arrows are showing the direction of the movement of the particle, as they reaches in the side of this apparatus, they fall, they settle down. Again they pass through they enter into the coating zone, and with each pass through the coating zone, these core material receives an increment in the coating thickness, in the increment in the coating material with each pass through this coating chamber, and this cycle repeated for a particular specified time period. These number of cycles, they are repeated up to the 100 cycles. Number of cycles which are required, it depends upon the purpose of microencapsulation and the coating thickness required, and also whether the coating is thoroughly done or not. Again, this air flow, this air stream, it also serves as the purpose of drying for the core materials which are encapsulated simultaneously. This drying rate, it directly depends upon the volume of the air stream and the temperature of the air stream. In this Worcester air suspension apparatus, certain process variables are to be considered, such as density of the core material, surface area of the core material, core particles, melting point of the core particles, solubility of the core particles, their friability, volatility, crystallinity and flowability of the core materials. Because for the material to be coated with the help of this air suspension method, particles should be heat stable. They should have melting point above the processing temperature of this apparatus. They should have proper flowability, proper crystalline, because if they are having poor flowability, then uniform coating will not be applied. The coating will not be uniform. So these all parameters, the surface area is also an important parameter. Surface area of core particle is also a very important parameter. Because coating is applied over the surface of the core particles. Now, other process process variables which are to be considered in case of air suspension method are concentration of coating material, amount of coating material, and application of coating material. I want to recall you in the previous lecture we have discussed about the various coating materials. Coating materials can be water soluble resins, for example gelatin, gum arabic, hydroxyethyl cellulose, etc. Or they can be water insoluble resins such as ethyl cellulose, silicones, polyethylene, or they can be lipids or waxes. For example, beeswax, carnauba wax, or stearic acid, and even certain anthric coating material can also be used. So these coating material, they are spray applied to the core material in the form of solution, or they can be in the form of dispersion. This is the versatility of this method, that this coating material can be applied in the form of solution, they can be applied in the form of emulsions, they can be applied in the form of melt. If we are using lipids or wax as coating material, so this coating material can be applied in the form of melt. Hot melts can be applied. So other process variables which should be considered in case of air suspension method is volume of air which is required to support and fluidize core material. Volume of air, because air is the important parameter. Volume of air is very important parameter because it is going to support the core material and going to fluidize the core material so that core particles will remain suspended in the air stream, and meanwhile the coating solution is spray applied to the core particles. So this is also a very important process variable. Another important process variable is the inlet and outlet temperature of the air supporting air stream. So this is all about air suspension method. It has advantage that coating, it has versatility in the form about the form of coating material applied. For example, coating material can be applied in the form of solutions, emulsions, dispersion, hot melts, etc. But this method has one limitation, that if the core material is heat unstable, so for those core materials this air suspension method cannot be used. So this is all about air suspension method, a versatile process which is used for the encapsulation, micro encapsulation of core material only. It cannot be used for liquid droplets, and having these core material